And we are here live, Rocket League fans, with the EGFC. Yes, sir. That is the Electronic Gaming Federation Collegiate, and I have failed to mute the Twitch. I hear myself coming back at me like some allegory for life, Poppy. I am FBI Tugboat, and I'm here with Poppy. We got Vinny, that's Vinicius, down there producing away, making our jobs as casters just so much easier, and we do appreciate that. Poppy, I do believe this is not your first game. You just casted a game a minute ago, but how are you feeling regardless?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Me and Quantum came off a really good series. It was just as I predicted Marquette 3-1. So
Oh, yeah?
I got it. I am 1 for 1 tonight, guys. We are going for it all. So I will be predicting and seeing how right I get it.
Uniquely good feeling being right with those sort of predictions out here. Predicting the future. Yes, sir. That's Poppy. Now, we got, Butler and DePaul University coming up at this. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Butler coming in at 5-1, DePaul coming in at 3-3, even 500, even between the wins and the losses. You want to talk to me a little bit about how these teams did get here?
I played Rocket League.
Heyo.
I couldn't resist that one. No, so I mean, obviously they all had the right seasons and everything going through it. I have not seen Butler play. I was telling Quantum this on the last series. I've not seen Butler play, but I have seen DePaul play. DePaul has some good plays here and there, and so I'm kind of excited to see how they come against a team that is 5-1 right now. So I think that is something to look forward to. Just looking at record, I'm gonna have to look towards DePaul in winning this. Or Butler winning this. So I'm gonna go Butler. Yeah. I'm gonna go Butler 3-1 this series.
All right, that's the prediction out here from my man Poppy. Of course, he is 1-0 in predictions so far tonight. We'll see how he doth fare in this matchup between Butler and DePaul. Best of 5 as well. Pop play out towards the middle. That's Kai doing his best imitation on that one, his best wall imitation. Not really going to do too much. That's his teammates trying to get that one out, but Astro back, not going to happen across the gangplanks of Karma Juni, Lavish, and Black Wraith. Yes, that is your DePaul University squad.
You got Butler. We're looking at, is that Siren? Siren? That is a lot of eyes.
Siren. I don't know. Siren? I'm sure that Twitch will rudely tell us how.
You're right. I'm not. Words are hard, guys. But so we'll go with Siren. That looks right. So Siren, Astru, and Kai. Very good. I mean, we got one champ winner and one season 9 grand champion. So look forward to seeing this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really, player I'm looking at is going to be Karma Juni, of course. Black Wraith. I do not believe he was playing there last season for the DePaul University squad, but don't quote me on that one. A couple shots coming out from Karma Juni so far. Some unfortunate connection issues for Astro. Nope, that's going to be gone already. No point in pointing that one out. Those know now, as we casters do know. It's not worth pointing out by any means.
Sure.
I'm sure players will do it for us. Oh, a little overplay. Ooh. Astro comes up to greet him and actually doesn't even touch Black Wraith, but gives him the just puts him enough space up, right? That he was forced to go a little bit high on that one. No harm, no foul, no points on the board.
Yep, Siren really tried to pass out to Kai there for an easy dunk, but it looks like they were too close together, so he ended up saving it from his own teammate, which is unfortunate because it was a wide open net. And there's the one right there.
There you go, first score on the board. 110 seconds into this one, just 3 minutes left, excuse me. That is going to be DePaul University going up 1 against Butler University.
That is Lavish Luciano?
Lavish Luciano, I believe a allegory or reference to Lucky Luciano, like Charlie Luciano, like the mobster from the Prohibition era northeastern side of the United States.
Yeah, some of these names really do get creative. That's a good one.
Karma Juni, Black Wraith. I'm all about the two-parter names there, like almost like classic Xbox 360 generated names, but it's going to be Kai. Call him a Cobra Kai because he was striking on in this one. Keep it relevant and hip for you Netflix lovers. 1-1, Butler University tying this one up here in the almost halftime, 10 seconds off halftime.
Sure, that was a really good corner play by Kai to be able to get that pass out to Siren. So, I mean, it was a nice pass.
That's what it is. Obviously, Siren. Yep, that's a good point.
That's right. I got your back, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's why you have co-casters like Poppy. Get yourself a co-caster who can do both. Halftime here as Lavish Luciano going to be going up for this one. Good job by Blue trying to get this one out so far. Blue, of course, that's Butler. going to be making it easier here for the alliteration action. Black Wraith positioning back, almost looking like he was going to be putting that up perfectly, but Astro, look at the perfect play right here. Looking like a set of A40s. Yes, that's perfect. Up in front of goal right there to get a perfect pop play. Now Black Wraith and company trying to keep the rest of this back towards their own as it is. Nice pop by Blue. Luciano getting up aerial with that one as he is forced to do. Kai down bottom. Astro in and Astro whiff.
Astro really trying to do both ends. He had 2 back-to-back saves, trying to finish it off with a goal there. Wow, another beautiful save. There's a lot of back and forth going on right now, but man, we are seeing some great...
If you're DePaul University, it is back and back, unfortunately. Oh, good defense there. I gotta say, DePaul University, I'm memeing a little bit, of course, for the previous, but DePaul University has been doing good on defense. It's just, I would be fraught to say how they're going to perform when these offensive lineups are really circled out, you know, when there's not just one play, but there's going to be a second or third shots coming in, and thus requiring 2-3 defenders in a row. Their coordination thus far is not spelling out a good performance when that comes up.
Yeah, and that crossbar is really getting in the way of them this game, Tug. I feel like it's whenever...
Oh, bad play.
Yeah.
Had the boost, did not get there. No excuse for that one.
It's true. That was some good placement by Kai, but like he said,
I mean,
man,
yeah,
that dinger
not being too harsh, but just straight up, Lavish Luciano, you are on a team full of champions and grand champions. You're playing against champions and grand champions. You cannot afford to pull plays like that.
Yeah, and that's a really unfortunate bounce off that top crossbar too. So that I understand. I've been there where just the trajectory of the ball really screws you over. Yep,
no, it does happen, but also I don't think it was. Oh my goodness, making up for it and a bag of chips is lavish Luciano coming across the top on this from what, 2/3? Yeah, he leaves the ground at 2/3 there, coming up doing his best Michael Jordan impression, just flying through the air, dunking that one in from half court, and tying up his team 2-2 here in the bottom, what, 45 on the clock.
Yeah, that was quite the distance goal on that. I enjoy the Michael Jordan reference. I could see him having
right. The flying, right?
Yeah.
People forget, dude. People forget.
We don't forget. Never forget.
We don't forget. My name is Jordan Michael as well, like my first and middle name. So.
Oh wow! Look at that. Learn something new every day.
I was born in 1992, and oh my goodness, Siren is tired of hearing about my.
He doesn't care about your name.
My name-logical background, yeah. So 92 was before Michael Jordan did a lot. I mean, obviously people knew who he was then, but it was before like his 96 Bulls run and the flu game and the Olympics the Olympics, right? He was on the dream team.
Yep.
95 Dream Team. People forget, but we do not.
We do not forget.
Esports, don't forget. 15 seconds in. That is going to be the side of DePaul not forgetting if they line up 2, almost 3. Kai almost looking like an offender on this one, but it's going to be Astro, the name that we're singing praises to. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Nice pop over it, but that's going to yield in DePaul having 1 shot left. Just ground action, and that's it. But Kai keeps it alive. Okay, a little bit farther. That would have hit sidebar down bottom right there, my friend. And we still see a live ball.
Yeah,
we still see a live ball. We still see this one going. Very, very close. Butler University threading the needle out on this one. There's several different opportunities they could have gotten scored against here, Poppy. Make no mistake. This could definitely be 2-3 the other way.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, DePaul had 14 shots. They were coming out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah,
that's
14
insane.
shots. And something that I saw right at the end of that I would be kicking myself was Karma was right in front where that ball was dropping. And there was a split second where he thought about, do I go for it? And instead he starts driving back. If he would have turned around, that would have been a goal right there, tied up. We would have been in overtime right now, Tug.
Yeah. A little bit of that is like kind of theory crafting if ball had gone there and stuff like that. But still, you got to be in these positions to really make the most out of future plays, especially at this point when you're down, time is ticking through, like sand in the hourglass, man. Once that's out, you're done. There's nothing left. You might as well put it in because it's a loss either way, right?
Yep. Yeah, that is rough for DePaul. That is rough.
It is. We do feel these very, very close games in our heart and souls. We do have them, we casters, I promise. We're not just saying bad things about your preferred team just because we like to. Astro, Kai, Siren striking first and 3-2. The team coming into this one 5-1. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but both of these teams will have another game to be played, as this is the last week before the playoffs. Correct? They have to play 8 total.
Believe so.
Yeah, so
Unless
this is game number 7, as we're looking at 5-1, 3-3.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying they're playing against each other, but I do believe that they're playing again at some point this week because they need their full 8 games. Now, with Butler at 5-1, they lose this one, they lose another one. 5-3 puts them pretty much dead center of the pack, whereas DePaul University could literally tie up to where Butler is at right now. And my monitor just died. And you guys can see me, right?
Huh?
You guys can see me, right? You can see me on the OBS stand. Okay, yes, just making sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really weird. Okay, it's back up. But what I'm saying is with if Butler loses this and DePaul wins, and Paul wins another one, Butler loses the next one, then we just effectively see a record swap, like both teams going 5-3. What the?
It is possible. It is definitely possible. But also with the way that we see Butler play.
Very unlikely.
Yeah,
Very unlikely.
I don't see that going that direction.
Yeah.
There is a lot of pressure by DePaul right now. But man, all these shots are going wide and high. They have the offensive pressure, but there's just nothing going for them.
Kai with a very weak corner play on this one. The idea is trying to play this against corner, buy yourself a little bit of time, but generally you'd have a lot more of an incline on that one. You know, the longer it stays up in the air, given that it's pretty much the same as position-wise where it is down bottom, still have to make the same plays onto goal if you're going to. But putting it up in the air buys yourself more time. You know, quickest line, point A, point B. Farther line you put away from ball to ground, more time your teammate has to rotate around. As it is, no harm, no foul. That's the kind of micro plays. Just feel like it's maybe worth that contributing.
A little bit, yeah. And DePaul, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing a lot of DePaul in this offensive zone, but just nothing to account for. There's another high shot and another wide shot. Like, DePaul is really, they are put on the pressure. They are being very aggressive, but man,
Yeah.
if they want any chance of being able to beat this Butler team, they're going to have to clean this up quickly.
But see, that was another, like, kind of, not necessarily open net, but that was a corner play that you could have taken advantage from. But as it is, look at this. Astros all the way back. Now, you're tied up here with plenty of time left. Are you really wanting to play this defensively?
I think it depends, really.
Like Butler for? I don't know.
Yeah. See, wow. But I think if I was in their shoes for Butler, I would see that DePaul is putting on a lot of pressure. And so they kind of are put into that defensive, like, crutch where they want to make sure that they're holding it down. But I think you're right in that they're sacrificing too much of their offense to play defense.
Certain numbers game, right? At a certain point.
Yeah,
certain
at a certain
times,
point.
and the amount of times you line up those experiences back to back, if you have those back there, there's already been a couple times of clear disadvantage that we've seen our Butler squad take offensively when they simply have a man back that's a little bit farther and may not be necessary, especially given that like the degree to which, right? I'm not trying to be too critical, but all the way back like that when you have full boost and could be a little bit farther, who knows? Who knows?
And you never want to wait too long, because if you wait too long and then you mess up and then DePaul scores, that leaves you with no time to be able to put one of your own.
Yeah, and then you just effectively wasted that positioning throughout these opportunities that could have been big offensive drives.
Yeah.
If you excuse the driving pun. 2-1-23. Astros back on this one. Siren going to cover that, though, pretty easily. Carmaggiuni put it up to the left side, so it does force Astro to stretch out for it, but easy plays from a high-tier player like this one. Butler trying to drop this one in from the corner. Not going to happen again so easily. So both of these teams just, again, showing them of the caliber that it's never really going to be the first shot. It's always going to be the second or third if you can line them up there. And if you simply don't have that, that's just not going to happen so easily. These teams are very good at lining up defensive rotations and executing them.
Yeah, but I mean, look at these stats, Tug. Butler has been playing only defense. But yet they score.
There you go.
Siren, I'm
some
sorry
really,
for
really
calling
solid
you guys out.
defense. Get a nice little cut play on this one. It's gifted to you by a miffed, honestly, just a miffed corner play there by Black Wraith. I believe that was Black Wraith. Yeah, I believe it was Black Wraith there from the left side. That yields in essentially a perfect pass for Butler, and they take advantage of that one, 1-0, and that might be the deciding factor.
Yeah, I really do enjoy being shut up by these players. If I spoke too soon and then they decide to put a play in and completely shut me up, it's humbling, really.
Never been happier to be shut up. I've been there before. Been there before. Electrifying Rocket League play will do it to me every time. Lavish, solid little push. Now some roof play, and Karma Juni takes the pass of the century from up top right here. Death from above as luscious Luciano lines this one up lavishly.
Wow. That was a good play on words right there. I
thank you.
I clapped for you.
Little alliteration action with the L's.
I don't think I would have been able to get that one out. So, but like I say, that was a beautiful play by Lavish, setting it up for his teammate, and a great finish. That was a good play altogether.
Here you go. All of us executing well on that one. 7 seconds left on this. 1-1 tied up, even as it gets. Now, do we see this held aloft, the volleyball action coming in? Do we see overtime?
I think we're going to see overtime. But this kind of plays into what we talked about earlier, Tug, where they just waited too long. Yeah, Butler scored first, but it was inside the last minute of the game, or 30 seconds. And so it doesn't leave much room to either grow that lead or really hold it down. And then with DePaul having that quick bounce back, now we're in overtime.
I could not agree more, Poppy. Seriously. Yes, they got the score first, but that could have been a minute beforehand. And if they got a second or a third by playing just not even necessarily more aggressively, just more evenly, I would say, we wouldn't be in overtime right now. We would be in a Game 3 situation with DePaul's back against the wall. As it is, DePaul has their best shot of taking this one they have seen across this series so far. 37 seconds in. Both teams played a little bit of offense, played a little bit of defense. No clear advantages quite so far.
Yeah, definitely a lot of middle play coming in from both teams. A lot of really good contests. But once they get to the offensive zone, they're just cleared out. They're right there. Thank you, Siren, for following up my facts.
There you go. Yep.
They just don't really have much of a follow-up.
Continued middle play. True definition of neutral. 50-50 is just kind of repeated through and through. Both teams not getting hyper-aggressive and also not getting punished for being hyper-aggressive. So can't say it's bad by any means. Just definitely how teams perform in overtime is different from how they perform in regular time. So a little bit of time of feeling each other out, especially once you feel there's going to be a longer overtime, makes a lot of sense. We're looking at a minute 30 almost right now.
Yeah, I agree. Something I am seeing a lot from both sides really is almost too much they're trying to set up solo plays. And instead of utilizing all three players on their team, there's a lot of coming from the ceiling, dropping down, and stuff like that, where they're not really ready for a teammate to take it, and so it's an easy clear out of their zone.
Did he use inside? Oh, Astro, the man back. Herculean effort. Fantastic defense. That would have been a nice little bow on top of this present for DePaul. But hey, and also that's a perfect example of not what I was talking about either. Like that was a good defensive rotation. Astro exactly where he should have been.
Man, there has been some good shots coming out in this last 30 seconds, but also followed by some really good defense.
Yeah, again, it's about lining them up, not necessarily about the first. They can be really, really pretty, but defenders at this level going to be able to get the first one off. Usually, it's about the second defender or third defender. That magical second touch.
Astros thankful for Kai in that.
Oh, there we go!
There it is.
Karma Juni, learning this one all day long. Maybe a little bit of overtime as well.
A little overtime never hurts somebody. That perfect position by Karma. Perfect position. Because I think even in that moment, he had someone rotating back right behind him. So even if he would have gotten dunked by both of those players in the net, the ball would have dropped straight down, and you would have had another DePaul University player directly behind them to be able to just smack it in.
Yeah,
so that was good positioning.
Really, really good positioning. The offensive kind of pinch right there. Pincher, I guess I should say. Not necessarily pinch. That might be confusing with the other vernacular. But the pincher play right there. You know, players moving in, being exactly where they need to, and it moving very fast as well.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they needed. Yielded down to Paul. Not for lack of trying, man. 14 shots on goal. 14. Butler had 8 saves on those to eventually only allowing 2.
Yeah, Butler was definitely the defensive powerhouse in this move, but like I said, every defense does have a little bit of a break, and in this one, what I was going to say was that from both sides, even though we're only seeing 3 saves from DePaul, there was a really good defensive rotation by both these teams. It was almost too good where they had no one to follow up on shots in the offense, which was the killer in this, which I think the score was 2-1. It was very low. So I think in this one, Butler needs to let up a little bit in their rotation, be able to push forward more, because like we saw in the first game, like they were putting a lot of shots on it. They were doing really well, and they kind of backed off that a little bit. So I think we need to get back to that. DePaul, I think, is doing really well. They were playing really well in defense, and they're also pushing up really well. So we could potentially see if they clean up both of those, either a similar scoreline because it's very back and forth, or a very high scoring game.
Yep, so as it is, this series effectively tied. Purchased ourselves a best of 3 after this best of 5. After the the first round goes to Butler, second round going to DePaul, and after what, 3 minutes of overtime?
I was just under 3, or just under, yeah.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes. Quite a long time. We saw 3 minutes and 12 seconds in our first game on stream here today for the Electronic Gaming Federation Collegiate side, EGF, and the last regular season week. But either of those numbers are very high when it comes to overtime. More than half of another Rocket League game if they start at 5. 40 seconds into this one, both teams had a couple offensive shots, both had a couple defensive performances. No clear advantage quite yet so far.
Not yet, but like you said, we've had quite a few really good shots that have come on. But again, they're playing really well defense.
High, too high.
Ooh, that was risky.
That was almost, that was very, very risky. So the idea there was to just kind of clip this one up against the backboard, and again, kind of purchase time for teammates to rotate a little bit and get in position for the offensive take. But the execution, oh man, open net. Come on, Butler.
Yeah, they're definitely.
That's as open as it gets, right? I mean,
it was pretty open. Yeah. And we just
not as open as it gets, but it was pretty up there for these players at these levels. This is about as open as it's gonna get.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that's pretty open.
I just need a sanity check, making sure I'm not being too negative here.
No, you're good. You're good. Siren was just a little bit behind the ball, so if he would have been a little bit quicker to the jump, that would have been an easy just smack right in the middle.
Tale of the take here is that both of these games have been decided by a score difference of 1. And with the tie-up, this is an incredibly close matchup. Even with the difference in scoreline, 3-3 for DePaul, 5-1 for Butler coming into this matchup, this is DePaul playing very, very well. I think that's fair to say, right? Especially with them putting up points like this. This is kind of a takeaway play a little bit.
Yeah, that was a real mistouch for Siren. In his own zone, you got to clear it to either a corner or boom it out. And the fact that he tapped it right down was not a good touch at all. So it just ended in disaster.
In disaster. And we're not talking the Connecticut player. Yuck. It all comes full circle.
Yes.
Astro attempting to take this one out. Sky gets a pretty masterful block on there. The pass was to Black Wraith, and now some bounce play. Wow, man. Yeah, the top bar continues to be Butler University's 4th man.
Continues, man. Pay him some of the money if you win.
Yeah, right?
Honestly,
seriously.
That is insane.
I'm with it. Corner play as Carmagini tries to maintain control of this ball. Much easier said than done as Siren actually kind of uses him for a corner pinch out towards Orange. That's to Paul, and just like that, DePaul University on offense. Nice pop out by Lavish Luciano here. Quite a mouthful if you think about it.
It really is. The first time I saw that, I was
Luciano.
Like, that's
There's a bunch of different F's like pronunciations there, right? Oh man, nice attempted kind of dribble offensive here. That's from Lavish Luciano again. A man who was marked by his aggression and violence. That's thematical.
Yeah, Lavish is definitely doing a lot for this DePaul University. Even though obviously there's only one score on the board, and it was Lavish, wasn't it? No, Lavish is not. Lavish has saves. He has 2 shots. But as we can see, Lavish is doing a lot. Yeah. But Lavish is just from my previous thought, is doing a lot on this team by opening up opportunities for his teammates.
Almost identical numbers, though. No assists either side. Only 1 goal, obviously, for DePaul, but the shots are within 1 at 7 and 8. Saves are the same amount and spread across. Carmagini, the only one without, but Black Wraith, Lavish Luciano with 2 apiece. 2 on the side of Siren. 1 for Kai, 1 for Astro. And these numbers continue to mark up. Yeah, so just like that with Butler's previous offensive push, now even amount of shots, 7 and 7.
Yeah, from looking at the stat line before this series started, Tug, I definitely would not have guessed it to be this much of a nail biter. These DePaul players are really showing up, and yeah, there's some minor mistakes here and there, but all in all, they are performing very well against this Butler squad.
Oh, I just muted myself. Nice longer range play on that one, and answered in the corner. I believe that was by Kai. This is Butler University. Gotta get offensive. Gotta get offensive quick. If this was tied, you could push it to overtime and leave it to volleyball play or the full sudden death action afterwards in the full lineup 50-50. But this is not that situation. Gotta get close. Can't leave it to the last few seconds of this. Kai trying to receive. Siren turning and burning absolutely to get last little bit of that. Maybe leaving a couple chunks of rubber on his tires, but perfect down play on this one. DePaul University taking game number 2, again, as close as it, or game number 3, excuse me. Again, as close as it gets. All of these have gone by a score difference of 1. That's uno. I'm told it's the loneliest number from a classic song.
It is. 1 is the loneliest number. You know what I'm upset about, Tug?
What are you upset about,
I
Poppy?
already lost in my predictions.
Yep, that's true. That's true. You said 3-1 for Butler, didn't you?
I did. Yep, DePaul is shoving it in my face. So,
bam, there you go. Just a little rub action right there.
Little rub action. But like you were saying, Tug, I mean, the series, they're each depicted by 1 point. Like this is great Rocket League. They're keeping it really close. This is what we like to watch. When every once in a while, yeah, it's fun to watch a blowout, but when games back to back to back are just so close, it makes it so exciting.
Yes.
I am very much enjoying this series.
These are, again, the nail biters, the extremely exciting matches. And again, you don't get closer to these. You only, the score difference of 1, just numerically, numerologically, whatever you want to call it. I'm not even sure if that's a word. You don't get closer than these. Looking back on the numbers as well, there wasn't a big deviation of what I called there towards the kind of end part of that game. Shots, same amount. Saves, same amount. Assists, still none of them across the board. Only 1 score for DePaul that was going to be able to take them through game number 3 with the W. Now we're looking at a game number 4 situation. Butler down 1-2 in the series. A team that came into this one 5-1 against a team Butler who's going into this 3 wins, 3 losses, looking to keep that positive, go above 500 in this one out with 4 wins and 3 losses.
It's true. And even at this point, it's still anyone's game. Yeah, DePaul is on game point, but I mean, in these 5-game series, this really isn't a make or break at this point. Like, these are technically, yes, it is, but like they're still in it. And it's really anyone's game. When you start to see those 2-0s, or in 7-game series, you see the 3-0s, that's when people really start to lose the morale boost.
Yeah.
So
they've already taken 1, especially a team coming in that on paper was not the favored team to win this one. A lot to be said for it. A lot to be said for what's residing in their gas tanks right now because of that fact. Now Siren trying to get up on this. Kai misses this one, but gets over to Astro. Attempted pass, but that's not going to be to Kai. Block Wraith actually accepting this one the other side. Now up close and personal. Kai gets a bad angle on this one, but it's going to be Siren trying to receive that. Karma Jr. getting hyper aggressive with this, bringing this one down, doing almost everything himself as Kai comes up, gives that the unnecessary interaction, a little anti-aircraft on that one. Now Kai doing his best plane impression as he comes across the side, trying to deliver this payload of a ball towards the middle. Black Wraith in the middle. Barely topped this one out. That's Siren with a nice clip. Wow. Barely touching this one. Again, that was even bouncing against crossbar as well, so his initial block did not guarantee him a block shot by any means, Poppy.
No, it did not, Tug. And in those situations, when you see a person and a ball coming in that way, it's almost always a goal. But way to go, Siren, for holding your ground and just very, very accurately depicting where that ball was going to be.
Yeah, just the trajectory, projection, and what the estimation therein to continue on with that one. Very, very good. 306. It's Karma Jr. getting a nice pop out. That's a little bit low, though, and kind of came in slow, though, so not going to bode well. But Black Wraith doing almost everything, walking the dog in the park that was that shot clock, but now it popped out again. Orange is not getting gifted anything to them, and they are not rotated out around whatsoever. Very wisely, DePaul University comes out of this one, rotates perfect, got 2 men back. Oh no, Lapis Luciana bit onto it, but did get the last little But into that one, Luciano back on defense, gets a little pop play, and that's Black Wraith on the other side. Now cornered, halftime on the clock.
Wow.
Back down. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was about to say, if Butler wins this one, it is going to be because of the one and only Siren. He already has 4 saves, and we're just over the halfway mark.
Yeah.
He is holding it down for this Butler squad.
Reference here, the last game saw 4 saves on both sides. This is barely past halftime. This is one player with the same amount of saves that both of these teams put up across entire game performances. 3 players, that is. Pit over to middle, Black Wraith in the side, and does not hit. That was the time to hit this way faster, but as it is, like my man said, Poppy called it. That is going to be the 5th save now for Siren. It's going to be the opposite of the luscious ladies from Myth who sing your name as you're like going on a boat nearby and drown you, right? Isn't that what sirens are?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be the opposite of that. He is saving his team left and right.
Yes. Oh, man. But yeah, it is insane. This man is absolutely a unit in front of the net. Oh!
Astro from the top. Looking very, very good. 3 minutes, 50 seconds into this one. We're going to see our first score in this game number 4 for the side of Butler. 5-1 team, and they're looking like it now. That was so long and marked by so many opportunities from both sides. End of the day, same amount of shots they get. No, excuse me. DePaul does have 1 extra after that shot that did make in. But yes, 5 saves for Siren, more than anybody else on this team between all 6 players combined. 5 players, other 5 players combined. Excuse me.
He is an absolute unit. For this Butler team right now. 5 saves and an assist. Like, this man is just playing every part that he needs to play right now. And he wants this team to succeed. He wants to keep going on and keeping that really good. I mean, a 6-1 record, that looks good. That looks really good.
Only dropping 1 throughout the main season, maybe just to make it look like you actually can bleed. Only thing Siren's looking for in this game is a goal to put numbers across every subcategory that is possible for this one. Mm-hmm. As it is, Butler not looking to get hyper aggressive on this one, just really wanting to connect shots to the next after they get this offensive out to then burn time. That was, again, Siren absolutely stretching for it, breaking the laws of physics to get to this ball before anybody else.
A little bit of double commit there.
That is not good, yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing Kai was there.
Uncharacteristic Siren, not a good sound to him. Kai is going to be the one getting up on that one. Pop out is going to be downed after a failed entrance by... That was a DePaul... Yeah, DePaul player bound bottom, excuse me.
Yes.
So he was trying to get to it, didn't get to it in time, was not able to keep this one aloft. As it is, this is going to be Butler University taking this one, and that is going to be a tied up 2-2-2 series, game number 5.
Right.
Wait, right?
Yep, we're going to game 5.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Now, what I want to point out here is the past 2 games have seen our only shutouts, our only teams that have showed 0. That's game 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. Normally, you'd kind of expect that to be happening in games like 1 or 2 more often, right? Especially if there's 2 of them.
That's true. Yeah, and I mean, but we're still staying true to what you said from the very beginning, Tug, is, man, each game is a 1-point game. It is absolutely insane. And the reason this was a 1-point game is because of that man, Siren. 6 saves. My goodness, he didn't even care about offense that one. He put 1 shot on.
Oh my god! So this was not for lack of trying, right? What we the last time we stopped in with you good folks about stats was, I believe, about 60 seconds left. At that time, there was 1 other save on the side of Butler, and Siren had 5, right? So he put up his 6. There was 4 other ones committed there, and DePaul University, I think, put up 6 shots in 60 seconds or something like that.
Yeah,
all of them blocked off.
Exactly.
All of them.
Kai took a lot of that off because Siren was kind of out of position.
Kaya did answer there, like a lot.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely. I mean, man, Butler showed up that game. So now, both teams, this is the do or die moment right now. This is it. So who will come out victorious? Will Butler keep the 6-1 record that they're longing for? Or will DePaul be able to take that over 500 record?
That is the question that will be answered. Is basically a one and done, a 1 and D. Nothing else after this because, well, there might be some overtime, I suppose, if they get tied all the way up there. But you understand what I'm saying, Poppy.
We know you, Tug.
There you go. Lavish answering this from the corner. Siren showing what he can do on offense now. Comes up, comes down.
There it is.
Siren from a third of court. Oh my god, dude. This guy can do anything. He can do anything. He can do it anywhere. He can do it at any time.
That's a half-court shot right there. That
Yeah,
was a
and
nice
he took it out from the third too, right?
Yep. Yeah, he took it up the wall originally and hit it from half. But that was a nice bump by Astro. Beautiful to be able to knock the defender off. I believe if Astro would not have gotten that block, then DePaul definitely would have gotten a save there. So that was a beautiful play. Way to follow through, support your teammate. Another one. Oh! Man.
Jinx. Pinch poke, you owe me a Coke. All those things. Kai looking beautiful right there. Gives it the second. Now, we both saw that, Poppy. That second pop up to the top to hit this one almost got stopped to continue on with the rhyme scheme. That one, like just a bare angle. And the other thing is, if it hit the other angle, it would have gone a lot slower. Some players might have been able to get it there. What that says is just absolute control of the car, of that hitbox. Siren, again, stretching for this. It looked like such an easy pop in.
Mm-hmm. And what I've noticed here is, I mean, you look at the score line, and Astro has 2 points, but he was like a massive defining factor in both of those goals because he had 2 critical bumps to allow his players to just get in there and score.
Oh my god.
He almost had that one. That was
Kai, yeah. Almost breaking the matrix here and doing the exact same thing, just a little stutter step. But that's Black Wraith actually writing his own narrative, creating reality around him as he sees fit.
That was a really good setup by Lavish. He absolutely just bullied his way through that wall to be able to get that ball right in front of the net.
Yeah.
Good job on Black Wraith just being able to be there to clean it up. Great team play.
I'm getting sweaty. Gotta drink some water here, Poppy.
There you go. Gotta stay hydrated. That's what I tell my kids. All my children.
Yeah, you have a couple yourself, right?
I do. I got 2 youngins.
2 youngins. That's what's up. That's what's up. Little Rocket League players themselves.
Mm-hmm. My son is pretty sweaty on the sticks.
Oh yeah? Wait, like really already? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Not like really, but he's
okay.
getting there. He's 4. He knows the basic controls, so.
Gotcha.
He's
We'll have him flip resetting in no time.
Exactly. He
There
actually
you
did
go.
score a goal off the ceiling one time in training, and I was pretty impressed.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up. And to think with Poppy as his coach, who ever would have guessed it?
Never would have.
I'm just.
You don't
I'm
see me
just
doing
kidding.
those things.
What's up?
I see you don't see me doing those. So.
That's that's fair. It's one of those things we know how it's done, but execution, different story. Oh my! Execution is not a different story. That is the main story. The headline there for Lavish Luciano as he puts this one fantastically right towards the middle as well. So this barely touches ground. Or that actually didn't touch ground. If this was an overtime shot, that would have been a buzzer beater to end the century, right?
That would have been the winner chicken dinner right there. That was beautiful placement. The way that he got his car perfectly on top to just bang it straight down.
Oh yeah,
And that was a hard shot too. Those are hard to save.
Yep. Yeah, any defensive performance there is to be lauded, but the trajectory, speed, and placement. Oh man! Kai coming back, screaming that he doesn't like not being in the lead.
Kai is a bully. Watch this.
Yes.
Hits it, bang, bang, and just bounces it right
Cobra
over.
Kai, man. Cobra Kai playing the name up to a T.
The evil villain.
Yes. Cobra Kai. What, that being the reference to the antagonist from the classic movie Karate Kid.
There
Yes.
you go.
Really
And
think
now,
about it.
Micho.
Mashiko, I can't remember his name. I'm not going to make my long form point about how the movie is really about the veteran who was forced to go off and fight for a country that then imprisoned his wife and stuff.
Mhm.
But we're not going to get super
we won't
dark
talk about
here.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Different times, different places. 1 minute 40, 3-2 on the is the scoreline. Butler is up by 1, but we've seen A, how quickly that can go back and forth, but B, how that has been the defining factor, the tail of the take, every single game so far. Every one of these is decided by score difference of 1.
Single goal to decide it all.
Yeah.
Wow, good shot.
If a butterfly beats its wings in Japan, then Butler University will lose to DePaul University in the. It really seems like that could be that could be the difference here. It is so close.
Yep. And there's
Especially
another one.
Karma. Yep. Talk to me about what you just saw.
I've seen a lot of bully play going on. A lot of people following through, which is beautiful. And this was something we didn't see towards the beginning, where there wasn't people following through. But now we see where there's a player that is setting up a lot of it, and there's having a support player, if you will, right there ready to take it and push it in. So we're seeing it from both sides, not just from that play in DePaul. We're seeing Butler do that as well.
Oh, yeah. Other esports, huge thing, and something you can maybe see more directly, like the act of supporting. But this one, it's something that anybody can do at any given time. Any role is open. You can do whatever. Frequently, these higher level, grand champion teams will not necessarily have like what am I trying to say? Like a shooter and a defender. It's more like the test of a team is having 3 different players who are very good at all things, and the man for the role is the closest man to the ball, or person, excuse me, is 2020. 27 seconds on the ball. Is Astro trying to roll this one in? Black Wraith, well done. Like goal line stop on this definition of.
Yeah, that was another very highly educated guess to see where that ball was going. He placed himself perfectly. That was beautiful.
No, he definitely knew where that was going, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Overtime is 5 seconds away in this already overtime style. This is the 5th round. We have purchased ourselves as much Rocket League as we can, but now, as we see a deaded out ball from DePaul, we got overtime, Poppy. This is it. All the marbles on the table. Siren and Kai taking this right side to begin with, but a perfect pop. Luciano hits this one very quickly. 6 seconds into overtime. Puts Butler down where they stand. DePaul University takes this in game number 5 overtime. Only 6 seconds into it.
Wow. DePaul absolutely crushing what was predicted of coming in. DePaul said, who cares if our record is lower than yours? We're going to come in. And we're going to show people what's up. That was beautiful. There was pressure, the mid play, they contained it, and their counterattack was spot on. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
We got a Butler player moving instantly, just like we had a little while ago, and I feel that. After a play like that pulled on, and the thing is, it was nobody's clear mistake either. It was just really, really tight play from DePaul University coming out and proving just that you shake that tree enough, that is what is going to fall out.
That is true, Tug. That is true. Man, that was still stayed true to what you said in the beginning. Every single game depicted by a single goal. Though this is the Rocket League I love to watch, where it is close. It's a nail biter all the way through. You never really know how it's going to end. And honestly, I didn't see an ending that way, the way that Butler was starting to play towards the end of there. I thought that they were going to take it, but DePaul caught him off guard. Beautiful ending.
Yeah. Just literally the difference of one single play, my man. That was the beating of the butterfly's wings in China as opposed to Japan for Butler for DePaul University as opposed to Butler. I don't know. We're just extending that that butterfly effect metaphor. But yes, next we got on stream.
Pull up the wrong one.
What is it? University of Delaware taking off Hofstra University. Eastern Conference matchup coming through here in just a couple minutes. Unless Poppy has something else for you good people before we go to a short break.
I'm excited for this next matchup. I have seen Hofstra play. Yeah, we saw them play a few weeks ago. That's right. And then obviously they've already become kind of my favorite is the University of Delaware. Mm-hmm. Those guys are monsters. So I'm excited to see how this next series is going to turn out, Tug.
Yes, sir. An Eastern Conference matchup coming up here in just a second. A barn burner it shall be. Do not tune away or you'll miss it.